So the presenter asks the question, and the facilitator's role is to make sure that there's no conversation, that nobody challenges anybody else. They need to make sure that the brainstorming part is based around the question that's been asked, because as with all kind of groups, when you get people together, things are likely to go off on a bit of a tangent perhaps, and sometimes it might become a bit less strengths focused than it needs to be, or it might be things, ideas shared that aren't that particularly relevant to the question that's been asked. So the facilitator has quite an important role in making sure the process is followed. So the brainstorming part of it is 10 to 15 minutes, sometimes a bit less, sometimes a bit longer, depending on the amount of ideas that are coming out. So everybody in the group can just share an idea. The presenter's role is to then write down those ideas. The presenter's not allowed to say anything, so they can't ask questions or ask for more detail or say, oh, well, you know, I've done that before, that didn't really work. Nobody else in the group is allowed to challenge anybody else or put down their ideas, so that's why it's such an important process, because it's a safe place for someone to share, particularly perhaps someone who's a bit more reticent about sharing some of the things they think might work or might be useful for somebody. Once the brainstorming part is finished, the presenter will say, oh, I've got loads of ideas here, I've got about 50 ideas, which is often what happens. Sometimes it's a bit less, but often the ideas flow, and people share things perhaps that they've already tried. They might have a particular resource that they know about that would be useful for other case managers and clinicians in the room.